Hi everyone, good morning, grade 11 righteousness. We're going to have video lecture for today. This is to cope with the busted time earlier because of the poor internet connectivity. So today we'll be introducing the last chapter for this semester's English 110. That is chapter 4, which is the report. Basically, if you're going to check your book, there are three objectives there that are intended for you to achieve after this chapter. One is basically for you to write a report. Second is for you to know what are the different types of reports that are really suited for different kinds of audiences. So let's talk about first determining the objectives and structures of various kinds of reports. So you might want to save this so that a little bit later you will be having a copy as well of my discussion. So this video lecture will be uploaded in Schoology, your LMS, all right? Okay, so let's talk about first the vocabulary list. We have three things. First is scholar. When we say scholar, this is a specialist in a particular branch of study, especially the humanities, a distinguished academic. When we say scholar, guys, these are the group of people who are fond of doing academic writing, especially doing reports about a several things. Decide, for example, what do you know about a tiger, right? So those things that you know about a tiger might come from or might came from different reports that we have watched or different documentaries that we have watched in Nat Geo or in Animal Planet. Okay, so these people are really fond of doing this. Second, essay. When we say essay, this is a short piece of writing on a particular subject. This is where more of people are really fond of. You already know what is essay. You've been exposed in a lot of essays already. Third is hard sciences. When we say hard sciences, this is any of the natural or physical sciences, chemistry, biology, physics, or astronomy, in which aspects of the universe are investigated by means of hypothesis and experiment. So these are the people that are more of scientific facts and scientific studies. Let's talk about report. Okay, when we say report, there have been many scholars define report as any informational, okay, any informational work made with an intention to rely information or recounting certain events in a presentable manner. Just like, for example, on what you see in TV Patrol, right? In TV Patrol, they'd say, or in 24 Oras, they'd say that, okay, isang lalaki namatay dahil sa droga. Okay? So, those things, okay, are intended to relay information. Diba? Gusto sabihin ni reporter na may isang lalaking namatay dahil sa droga. However, how are we going to do it in a presentable manner na hindi ka nagmumukhang si Marites? Kilala niyo si Marites? O alam niyo na yan. Okay? Na hindi ka nagmumukhang si Marites. It should be in a presentable manner. So we have a pattern for that. And this is what we call a report. Okay, so these are often conveyed in writing. Okay, you see these in newspaper, in articles, in magazines, or speech, television, or film. Moreover, considering report as an administrative necessity, hence, most official form of information or work are completed via report. It's not just about relaying information or recounting certain events. But when we are talking about report, this is also about, can be reporting about a data. It can be about occurrence of a order or sequential manner. Okay, so that's the definition of report. Okay, now next, a key feature of report is that it is formally structured. Okay, when we say report, it is formally structured in sections, meaning Each section makes it easy for the reader to jump straight to the information they need. So hindi mo kailangang i-cliffhang. You don't need to give a cliffhanger in a report. So you cannot say that may isang lalaki namatay, what's next? Abangan. No, you cannot do that. All right? It has to be structured already because the reader can jump straight to the information that they need. Okay? Unlike an essay, which is written in a single narrative style from start to finish, each section of a report has its own purpose and will need to be written in an appropriate style to suit. For example, the methods, results sections are mainly descriptive, whereas the discussion section needs to be analytical. Stuff like that. Okay, so those are the examples of a report. So I will begin discussing that one a little bit further when we meet virtually. Okay, in our synchronous session. Happy one lang natin. It communicates information as well. Okay, it compiles research analysis, it compiles data, it compiles issues that can help society to form moving forward. Okay. Also, you have to note as well that reports can cover a wide range of topics. It can be anything. It can be about jobs, can be about good reports, it can be about news, it can be about articles, it can be about anything. In a sense, you can come up with your own definition of a report for so long that it is systematic, it is articulated, and it is orderly presented in researcher's work or in a written form. Okay? When we say good reports, these are the documents that are accurate, objective, and complete. Okay? It's not like your chismosas in your barangays that would say na si Ana na buntis. And that's end. That's not a report. That's a chismis. That's a hearsay. Right? Because a report should be accurate. It should be true. It should be reliable. When we say objective, you have an end goal. Why are you telling the people about this information? Okay? And it needs to be complete. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin si Ana na buntis lang. What's next? How does that happen? Is Anna getting married? Is Anna or stuff like that? Anything. It has to be complete. All elements should be there. It should also be well written. It should also be clearly structured, and it should also express a way that holds the reader's attention and meets their expectation. So remember, when the mindset is very simple when you are writing a report, put in mind that you are informing a person with clear information. Okay? So that's how you really should write a report. So I'm going to do a rundown of different types of report. First is technical and business. It talks more about corporate world reports. Okay, it's more focused with technical writing, and it also expresses academic language. Next, field reports. This is where you see reporters from news companies because they are focused in the different disciplines such as law, industrial relations, psychology, nursing, history, education, or even international relations. These types of reports requires you to analyze the different observations. Okay. Next is we have as well, okay, observers of people. When we say observers of people, these are interactions in places and in events. However, you are responsible when you are writing a field report, you need to conduct researches based on data generated by the act of designing a specific study. Also, it has to be systematically observed and accurately recorded, varying the aspects of your report. You have to make sure that you have to continuously analyze your observation, and you should not stop at something that you are not, or the information is complete or incomplete, I mean. Okay? Make sure that your report as well is well objected and well uh, analyzed by your uh, writers, by your producers and stuff. So you have to understand that these reports cannot go out, cannot be publicized immediately if it's not well thought of. Okay. Next, let's talk about the technique when you guys are writing a report. So these are the techniques. First is you have to take down notes. I'm going to discuss this one further in our synchronous session, so don't have to worry. Photography, video and audio recordings, illustrations, and other stuff. Okay. Next is scientific reports. When we say scientific reports, these are focused more in sciences and social sciences. It's more focused with disciplines and studies, elaborating them and applying them to different societal problems. Okay? You have to remember that the scope and the styles of reports varies widely. It depends on three key factors, which is one, reports intended for audience, the report's purpose, and the type of information or subject to be communicated. In this introductory video, I hope that you guys have to establish the man. We're able to establish a mindset that when we are writing a report, when we are presenting a report, your main goal is to inform your audience. The styles vary though, but you have to understand that the goal is very simple. You have to inform them with complete information. You have to continuously get and take that mindset. And moving forward in this chapter, you're going to be good if you're going to continuously remember that mindset that I've been telling you in this video lecture. That's it for my video lecture, guys. I'll see you guys next meeting, and I hope that you have learned something today. Here are the things that I laid down in this video lecture. One, the intro and definition of a report. Number two, rundown of the types of report and some techniques on how do we observe so that we can say that our report is goal oriented. Thank you guys. This is your path, and I will see you next meeting. Bye, everyone.